So Bernice and Drake stepped into the club, the rhythm of the music pulling them onto the dance floor. They danced, laughed, and lost themselves in the night. Bernice couldn't help but feel drawn to Drake. His easy charm, the way he moved with confidence. She liked him more than she'd like to admit. But the tug in her chest was bittersweet. She knew he was after Sandra, not her. Bernice couldn't understand why Sandra always built walls before getting to know people. She had watched Sandra shut people out before, only to later be hurt by those she thought she knew well. It frustrated Bernice to no end, but she had made up her mind. Even if Drake never saw her in that way, she would cherish their friendship. It was worth something, more than nothing at all. On the other end of the spectrum, Drake was nursing his bruised pride. Sandra's attitude stung. He couldn't shake the feeling of frustration. Why was he always drawn to the ones who made everything so difficult? His last girlfriend had played hard to get, pushing him away before finally giving in. He smiled to himself, thinking Sandra would probably follow the same script. Then an idea hit him. Maybe, just maybe, he could use Bernice to get to Sandra. If he showered Bernice with attention, Sandra would notice. Yes, that could work. That would be his game plan. So 2 weeks after the incident at the club, Drake found the perfect opportunity. He saw a delicate necklace in a shop and knew instantly that it would look great on Bernice. He sent it to her with a sweet message, and her excitement was immediate. She loved it. She even shared it in the group chat where Sandra saw it, but she ignored it entirely. Sandra had drawn her conclusions quietly. To her, Drake was just another guy trying too hard to impress. No different from her ex. Her ex had fooled her once, borrowing his cousin's car, his cousin's clothes, and even his cousin's house to sell her a lie. He had promised her the world but delivered nothing but heartbreak. She wasn't about to let herself fall into another trap like that. Not again. As Drake plotted and Bernice cherished the friendship, Sandra built her walls higher, more certain than ever that she wasn't going to be fooled by any man like him again. "Be careful, girl. Learn from me," says Sandra. "And what exactly am I learning?" asks Bernice. "Trust me, Lawrence may be the one funding this gift you're getting." "Liz, you should ask your man," says Sandra. "Well, that's between Lawrence, Drake and Bernice," says Liz. "Bernice, the necklace is beautiful. I don't think Drake is like that. Maybe you should go to his house. See things for yourself." "I've never been to his place. I don't think I want to ask Lawrence either. So he doesn't start to think that we girls are all about the money," says Liz. "What if he thinks we are? Who cares? It's better than loving a loser," says Sandra. Guys, let's just drop it. The truth is, I'm falling in love for this dude. However, I will look out for any red flags. He's taking me out on Friday. I'll ask some questions, says Bernice. "Whatever rocks your world, babe," says Sandra. Friday night came and Drake takes Bernice to a fancy restaurant. He made sure he took lovely pictures with her on her phone so she could post it on her status. He wasn't doing anything out of place with her, but he did flirt a little. He knows Bernice likes him, but if he doesn't make any commitment, he thinks they should be fine. They had just finished eating when Bernice decided to bring up the topic of the gifts and the attention. "Drake, can we talk?" asked Bernice. "Yeah, what's up?" "Okay, I want to be honest with you. I like you. I really do. I know you've got your eyes on someone else, and that's okay. You don't have to impress me, buy me gifts, take me out to this fancy restaurant. I don't care if you've got no car or house. What's in your heart is all that matters, and I want you to be honest with me." Drake is surprised. He wasn't expecting to hear this. He looks at her again and wonders why the heck he bothers himself with Sandra, and then he smiles. "Bernice, I would never lie to you. And I'm not trying to impress you. You've been a very good person to me. I may not have been attracted to you at first, but I like you." Bernice smiles. "Okay, I can work with that," says Bernice. "You know what? Let's get out of here," says Drake. So the next day, Lawrence was in the sitting room when Bernice walked out of one of the rooms with Drake behind her. "Oh, hi, Bernice. Didn't know we had company." "Hi, Lawrence. We came back late last night, so I decided to sleep over." "So you're leaving already?" asked Lawrence. "Yes." "Okay," says Lawrence. "I'll be right back. I want to drop her off," says Drake. So Drake drops Bernice off at Liz's place. He sees Sandra picking up a bag from our car parked outside and sees the opportunity to kiss Bernice full on the lips. Sandra sees this, but she's unbothered. She walks back into their apartment. Okay, young man, says Bernice. Are we doing public now? Should we not? What's there to hide? We like each other. We have an understanding, says Drake. I thought we wanted to keep things on the low key till we are both sure. Drake smiled and kissed her again on the lips. Bernice smiles too. I could really get used to this, you know, says Bernice. Alright, I'll see you later, replied Drake. Okay. By the way, I'm moving to my house next week. I'm having a housewarming. You and the ladies are invited. Okay. Would you need my help? Bernice asked. Nah, it's all taken care of. I just want to host my close pals to a drink and some finger foods. Okay, cool. Next week Saturday it is, says Bernice. Yes. See you later, Bernice. You too, Drake. Bye. When Drake got home, Lawrence was anxiously waiting. Dude, what's going on? I thought you told me you only wanted to get close to Bernice so Sandra can be jealous. Well, yeah, nothing has changed. I like Bernice though, and we both have an understanding, replied Drake. Oh, really? Bernice does not strike me like the type for casual dating. Watch it, dude. Got it. Don't worry. I got this. Don't sweat it. Meanwhile, I'm moving out this week. My apartment is ready and I'm throwing a party. Do me a favor. Make sure Sandra comes, please, says Drake. You're really going all out for this babe. Why not Bernice? That's a question I've been asking myself all night. I can't find anything wrong with this babe, but she's not just my kind of girl. Well, maybe that's the kind of girl you need, but you just don't know it. Nah, I like it when they are nasty and I can get on their nerves, says Drake. And that's a simple definition of I like problems. Well, I'm cool with Liz. That's my dream girl, replied Lawrence. Good luck, dude. Just make sure Sandra comes. Got you, says Lawrence. Chapter 3. It's Saturday and the girls are getting ready for the party. Sandra was forced to go with them after several pleas from Lawrence. In their usual practice, Bernice will be joining them and they all leave from Liz and Sandra's apartment. I still don't know why I'm going to this party. Come on, Sandra. I think Lawrence is right. It's just a good way of apologizing to Drake for your outburst, Liz replied. I hope you all know that I'm not apologizing to no fool, says Sandra. That's Bernice's man, replied Liz. Watch her cry tonight when she meets the disappointment of her life. Reality! Whatever. She made it clear it's not all about the money for her. Let's respect her decision. Their doorbell rings. That must be Bernice, says Liz. Liz walks to the door and opens for Bernice. Oh, wow, Bernice. You went all the way, says Liz. For the first time, Bernice decided to get out of her shell and give Drake the surprise of his life. She wears a sexy short red bodycon dress with a little cleavage out. She has her hair down and some good makeup on. She wears heels and her shape is so obvious for the first time. You will be blind not to take a second look at her. Sandra walks into the sitting room and sees the transformation. She couldn't hide her shock. Oh wow, all this for Drake. Wake up, girl, this is way too much for this dude. Trust me, you'll thank me later. What has dressing up for my man got to do with deserving it or not? Your man, you say. I thought you guys weren't serious. Well, we may not be official yet, but we are sure onto something, says Bernice. That's your hormones talking right there. I hate to see you cry, says Sandra. That's my body, not yours. Thank you, Sandra. Alright, ladies, can we go now? Always at each other's throat. Did you guys meet in a life before now? When they got to Drake's house, Liz was the first to enter, followed by Sandra. Bernice received the call just before she arrived, so she stayed outside to take it. Sandra was shocked. She didn't think that Drake could be this wealthy. The house is a duplex in one of the expensive estates in town, tastefully furnished with gold-plated furniture. Everything was screaming class. She still had her doubts until she saw his picture on the wall and some personalized items. She felt shaky suddenly. There were a couple of people in the apartment, about 15 people, and the sitting room didn't even feel crowded. Sandra thought to herself, how could she have missed it? Yes, he's handsome, but the few times she had seen him, he had always looked too ordinary and simply dressed. Lawrence sights the ladies and waves to them. They walk to the bar where Lawrence, Drake, and two other guys were standing. Hey baby, says Liz as she kissed Lawrence briefly on the lips. Hi love, how are you? Asked Lawrence. I'm fine, thank you, replied Liz. Was it hard getting here? Asked Drake. Nah, the map did well. Hi, Sandra, says Lawrence. Sandra smiles and puts up a nice face. Hi, Lawrence. Hi, Drake. Oh, finally, I get a greeting, says Drake. Fine. I'm sorry. I mean, I hit you the last time, and if you plan on rubbing it on my face all through the night, then maybe I should just walk. Nah, tonight is a good night. No fight. Apology accepted. Thank you, says Sandra. Where is Bernice? Asks Drake. Just then, Bernice walks in, and the whole here. You can't miss the transformation. Simon, one of them standing close to Drake, commented instantly. Okay, maybe, just maybe, I'll find my woman here tonight. Who is this beauty? Says Simon. That's Bernice, says Lawrence. Okay. She was just a few steps away from the bar when the door suddenly burst open. A woman strutted in, exuding confidence and undeniable allure. Her figure turning heads as she moved. The room seemed to pause, captivated by her presence. Trailing behind her, a man followed closely, pushing a large baby carrier draped with a pristine white net, adding an air of mystery to their entrance. All eyes, once drawn to the woman, now flickered between her and the concealed bundle she carried with her. Excuse me, please. Where is Drake? She sees Drake at the back. Oh, there he is. Hi, Drake. So did you think you were going to get away with this? Excuse me, who are you? Says Drake. Really? Who am I? Is that how we're going to play this now? Huh? Okay, Drake. Two can play this game. What's going on here? Drake looks confused. The sexy lady turns to the crowd. This dude right here. This sexy looking dude right here got down with me and refused to take his baby. What the hell? I don't even know you, Drake screams. Oh, don't worry, honey. When you see your baby, we won't have to argue about this. Please, bring out my baby. The man who wielding the baby carrier calmly unclaps the sides, and with a swift motion, the four walls of the carrier collapsed outwards, revealing its contents. Every eye in the room widened, jaws dropping in silent shock. With deliberate precision, it pulled the net off, unveiling what had been concealed. The atmosphere grew thick with anticipation, and just as the net fluttered to the floor, the lady let out a piercing scream that echoed through the room, sending a jolt of electricity through the stunned crowd. Happy housewarming! Right in the center of the room stood a gigantic cake, intricately designed to resemble a house. The details were so precise it looked almost real to be edible. Girls marveled at the craftsmanship, but Drake's attention was elsewhere. He sat down heavily on the nearest bar stool, looking like a man who had just received a long-awaited relief check. The stress of the past few weeks melted away from his face as he took a deep breath. His lips curled into a tired smile. Then a familiar voice broke through his thoughts. It's the sexy lady with the baby carrier. Hello once again, Drake. Bernice thought you should have a nice night, she said, her tone smooth yet teasing. Drake's mind raced. He had barely gotten past all the chaos surrounding Sandra and the weird tension. He had been planning on focusing his attention elsewhere before things even got crazier. But this was something entirely unexpected. He blinked, struggling to find words, but none came. He had never been caught off guard like this before. The lady hits the play button and walks towards Drake sexily. He gives him a lap dance and everyone laughs and cheers. 10 minutes later, she was done and off. Drake looks at Bernice and smiles. He walks up to her and kissed her fully on the lips without a care in the world. Who wants a Sandra when he can have a spontaneous lady like Bernice? Bernice too is surprised by Drake's open show of love. Guy, I thought we were keeping it cool, she whispered. Not anymore, says Drake. Are you sure? Asks Bernice. Yes, very, very sure, replied Drake. Then they kissed again. By now, everyone was back in the party mood. Sandra looks mad as hell. This is a man. He liked her first, and she said to herself, Bernice is definitely no match for me. I'll let her have this night. I'm coming for my man. A lady steps out and it's the popular actress Annie Rowlands. Sandra quickly adjusts and dressed. She has always wanted to meet with her. Not only was Annie an actress, but she's also rich and at big events 2 times a year towards a charity organization. The fundraising is usually attended by the high and mighty in town. She will do all she can to get close to her tonight. The lady walks over to Drake and hugs her. Sandra smiles. This will surely throw Bernice off. She can't do competition. The lady hugged Bernice too and they continued chatting. Sandra watched from a distance. Hi Bernice, I finally got to meet you. Bernice, this is my kid sister Annie Rowland. She needs no introduction, dude, I know her. My goodness, Drake, you never mentioned, exclaimed Bernice. Yeah, she has a way of taking the attention of me. She's richer. She's a superstar, says Drake. Annie hits her brother slightly on the tummy. No, I'm not. Don't let him fool you. Did he tell you he's just a tech guy? Yes. You see? Ever heard of soft tech? Yes, one of the... No, you don't say. Is he Roland's as in the Rolands? Yes. You mean I've been kissing a rich guy? The three laugh hard. I like her, bro. I think you made a good choice, says Henny. I think so too, and I'm glad I did, says Drake. What else are you hiding from me, dude? Asked Bernice. Come with me, I'll show you. Sis, I'm off. Host my guest. I'm taking her out. Good, says Henny. He grabs Bernice's arm firmly but not forcefully, leading her swiftly out of the party into the cool night air. They make their way towards a sleek Range Rover parked nearby, and without a word, he opens the door for her. Bernice hesitates for a moment, the weight of what just happened lingering in the air before she slides into the passenger seat. You own this car too? Asks Bernice. Oh, stop it, babe, Drake says as he turns to his side of the car and gets into the driver's seat. No. You dare not stop me. I'm in shock and I'm sorry, I can't hide it. This is me getting all dressed up, asking myself if this is too much for you. And then you come up with all this? Ah, that's true. I love it. I was going to mention before you give me the shocker, says Drake. He bends towards her, kissed her. Thank you, babe. I love it all. Did you just call me babe? Asked Bernice. Yes, you are, babe. Thanks for helping me do the right thing, you know. Sometimes we walk past our blessings, chasing shadows. I'm glad you held me down. Oh, babe, says Bernice. Then they kissed again. We're sleeping at the hotel this weekend, so buckle up. Ha! My boyfriend is rich! Then she screams, thank you, Sandra! And they both laugh.